What's up, everybody? Hello, world. Nice to see you again. Today, I am going to be talking about, in contrast to what I've talked about before, judging of others, I'm talking about judging yourself, because we all do it. We all have these little voices in our head. Maybe that's just me, maybe I'm a little crazy, maybe, gotta check that out, but we do judge ourselves, and sometimes it can be good, and sometimes it can be bad, and I'm going to talk about it today, because it was kind of on my mind, so let's get into it. So, first of all, the judgment of yourself can be good, because it's kind of a form of reflection sometimes. You do something stupid, and then you're like, oh, maybe I shouldn't do that again, or I could have done it differently, or maybe my tone was a little harsh when I talked to that person and they seemed a little taken aback. So you can use it to critique your own behavior and make yourself a better person. And that's a good thing, because we all want to be our best versions. But it can also be a hindrance sometimes. Especially, I think it takes place in people that are overly cautious or self-conscious. And it can creep in a lot of different ways. So for me, I could be not stereotyped, but I could be seen as an awkward person. And I can be, very often. But if I really judged myself harshly every time that I did something really awkward, I would just probably be full of angst and full of embarrassment. But if someone asks me to name, like, oh, what was your most embarrassing moment of your life? I'm just like, I don't know. I do so many embarrassing things, but I don't hold it in and hold it with me and treasure those moments and remember them to haunt myself. I'm in the moment and I'm like, this is me, this is myself. Okay, I'm a little awkward, cool. I'm just gonna go with it. Use it to my advantage, laugh at myself along the way. Might as well make it an enjoyable experience, being myself and being here on this planet the way I am. But the old self of me, my old self, whatever. I could be kind of messing up a little in social situations and being awkward and doing stupid things and, feeling embarrassed and ashamed and mad at myself every time, and could make my day really bad. But I see them just as, funny little things that are happening and making my life interesting and makes my day better, actually. And then, so you can judge your own behavior and kind of make yourself feel guilty and bad about it. Or you could accept yourself and your behavior. And then likewise, when it comes to, I think, like life decisions and relationships, I find myself judging myself quite often, I think. And it's something that I don't think we really realize. It's kind of like, it's not really, I don't fear other people's judgments of me and my relationships. It's kind of like, I guess I could call it doubting myself or second guessing myself. And I think that's a lot how judgment can kind of take place, is when we question the things that we're doing, even though they're making us feel good and they're making us happy. And when you made those decisions, they felt right and you still feel good about them, but then you question yourself and you're like, was that the right decision? Or like, am I moving too fast? Or am I moving too slow? Or should we be doing this? Should I be doing that? When really, sometimes you just have to live in the moment. You can't overthink everything, because you're never going to make the perfect decision. You can only do what feels right to you. when you're making the decision. Like, what else are you gonna do? You do things that make you feel good and that you feel good about and justified. And if it doesn't work out in the future, then that's okay. But no need to think up hypotheticals and ask yourself if that really was the right decision. When really, you know, your gut's telling you yes, but your head's like, well, maybe, I don't know. You know, it's the overthinking part. Or you're judging yourself and just, like, should I really be with this person? Or should I really be dating this kind of person? Or should I, is that really my type? Or like, you know? Sometimes you just have to just tell yourself to shut the fuck up. And then it doesn't matter. It's kind of like what others are thinking and they kind of seep into your brain. Or there's other perspectives. And then you kind of pester yourself with all these questions. And it's just like, I don't care. That doesn't matter. All of those doubts, all of those hypotheticals, all of those, well, maybe you should, or what ifs, that doesn't matter, because if what you're doing now is making you happy and you feel like it's the right decision for yourself, then it is, and do it. But if that changes, then okay, change your mind, make a different decision. But if you feel good right now, then just go with it and stop judging yourself, because there is no right pace. You don't need to be doing this or that. You just need doing you. You do you. It's such a good saying. Finally a slang term that is actually constructive. But seriously, everyone is different. Everyone moves at their own pace. Everyone finds the right person. Everyone needs different things to be their best self. And just because it's one thing for another person doesn't mean that has to be your thing. Doesn't mean that has to be right for you. Don't question yourself about the things that you like or that you need in your life to be happy. Because if they're making you happy, then that's that. That's fine. It doesn't matter what other people might think or what you thought you needed or thought you liked or whatever. Sometimes you just need a little bit of faith, I think. And to trust that sometimes decisions can be a little scary and can be a little nerve-wracking, because we all want to make the right decision. We don't want to make mistakes. And sometimes we just have to trust that it feels right in the moment, and we feel good about something, and we're enjoying something, then that's okay and that's fine. We just have to trust, because you know what's best for you. And when we truly quiet our brain and all of the doubts and all those hypotheticals and all of those questions and judgments and fears, and we really just listen to our bodies and listen to our true emotions, I think that's when we really get our purest and truest response. And when we really aren't thinking about all of those extras, all of that fluff, then our honest answers, I think, are found, because they aren't being tainted by all of these social pressures and judgments of yourself and from others. And now those are the decisions that are going to be right and that should be made. And when you do that, it's going to feel scary, because you are probably going to be defying some other people's perceptions of yourself. You may even be defying a preconception that you had created for yourself, by yourself. And yeah, making true, I think, pure decisions for yourself is really scary, because you are really doing something because you want to. And you're really consciously deciding that you don't give a fuck about what other people think and what you are judging yourself for. It's kind of like another form of empowerment, because you are choosing yourself and your happiness in your life above everything else, and you're just doing what's important to you and going after it. No matter what all of this extra stuff is, no matter what's going on in your life and what voices, are coming at you. You choose you. And when you choose yourself, it's such an amazing feeling, and it's scary, but if it feels scary and it feels right and all that, then you know it's good because it's uncomfortable. Because we all want to just listen and go along and, blend in, and that's comfortable because that's not confrontational. But sometimes you have to be confronted with your truest desires and your true self. Not just sometimes, so often as possible. And yeah, you feel that feeling. You get that feeling. Just go after it. That's my message today. Go out there, go after what you want. Know if you're making any kind of decision in your life right now, or you're thinking about changing something about your life, just know that when it comes down to it, if it scares you a little bit, not in a dangerous way, but in an uncomfortable way, but it makes you happy, and this is something you really want and is important to you. But you have all these voices going on in your life from other people and yourself and your judgments. Do it, because you won't regret it. It'll feel weird and uncomfortable at first, but when you get past that, holy shit, you are doing what you love, you are choosing yourself, you have made the best decision for yourself, and no one can take that away from you, and you're not living in society's shadows and in the fear and the judgment path. What's better than just doing you? Okay? Okay. Anyway, again, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. I did too. Subscribe for more videos. I put them out almost daily. Sometimes I don't, but I just go with the flow and what feels right and what I have to talk about. And anyways, I'll see you in the next one. Okay, what's the word? I literally just think it out as I talk. So, I just kind of have faith that it's all gonna get out. Oh my god, social pressures. I don't know. Everyone is different. True. Pure. It was good. It was good. I'm glad I got this out. It makes me feel good. Anyway. I feel like having a happy dance. I don't know. I pumped myself up. Oh my god. God. Fuck my life. I can't talk. I already said bye, I can't. I'm fucking out. Anyway.